Hi 7th graders, this is Mrs. Wiedemeyer in the library, and I'm here in this video today to talk to you about finding images for your disaster reports. A lot of us think that when we're on the internet, it's a free-for-all. We can take anything we want, we can copy and paste anything we want. It doesn't belong to anyone, but actually almost everything on the internet belongs to someone at some point in time. And we want to make sure that we're giving credit to the people who those images belong to, and that we're not stealing from them if they don't want us to have them in the first place. So when we're looking for these images that we need for our reports, we want to make sure we find ones that are legal for us to have, ones that do not have copyright attached to them, and I'm going to show you where to find those today. The first thing you need to do is go onto the library website, and I have a shortened link here for you today so that you can get to that if you don't already have it bookmarked. And I'm going to open up another screen so that I can use it at the same time. So here I am, I've made it to the library website. And I'm going to click on the research tab because we're researching for images right now. And then on the left hand side I'm going to click on online research tools because we're going to be using some information that's online. And you'll see that this is a website, a list that gives lots of different sources where you can get some information. There's databases and local history and general research. We're going to be focusing today on the copyright-free images, and this is what we're going to use to find those that are legal for us. So I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. We're going to skip this first one called Creative Commons. Creative Commons is going to actually be looking at a lot of different websites, so we're going to actually go on to Flickr. So the link is right here for Flickr. If we click on Flickr, Flickr is a humongous storage for lots of different institutions' photos. You can even see some of their images here. There's museums and art galleries and all sorts of archives there. So we're going to search the Commons. We're going to search for one of your topics. So I'm going to search for any images about the Galveston hurricane and search and see what it can pull. So this is awesome because we can see that there's some really good images, and I can tell just kind of using my own critical analysis that these are probably from the 1900s when the Galveston hurricane occurred, and so these look like really good places for me to look. So I kind of like this one here. It says the We Survivors at Galveston. If I click on it, it'll show me the larger image, and then here at the bottom it tells me what I can do with this image. And so it's just giving me some information about what it is, where it came from, who may have taken the picture, what it's called. It also shows me this really important information here that says known copyright restrictions. And that's what I want to know. I want to know if I need any copyrights. And here it's giving me some more information about what copyright restrictions are, but I know that this has no copyright restrictions, so I am free to use this picture in my work. Let's see if I can find another one and see if I also have copyright free. Here's another picture, no known copyright restrictions. Here's another one, no known copyright. So all of these I'd be able to use because they do not have copyright on them, meaning nobody is trying to own these necessarily. They're free for me to use. I can also filter the images and say I want to make sure that I can modify it, meaning I want to be able to change the picture. I want to maybe crop it or change the color or do something special with it. I can do modifications allowed. You can still see that the ones that I was originally clicking on are there because there are no restrictions on those photos. And then I have some of these other ones that I can use with no copyright restrictions. So that's Flickr, and that's that search in the Commons. You don't want to search all of Flickr, so we're not using this search box. We're using the one that says search the Commons because the Commons is where they're trying to put in all of the copyright information. So that's that website. We're also going to look at Open Clip Art. Clip art is different from pictures. Clip art is drawings or cartoons or comics, and so this would be if you're looking for just a general picture. So maybe you want a picture of a tornado. I'm not going to choose a specific tornado, not like the Joplin tornado or not Grand Island tornadoes. I'm just going to pick just the word tornado, and I'm going to find an image that represents a tornado. And so in this case, you're not going to find specific images from your disaster, but it could be something that you would still want to put on your report. So I have this tornado. It doesn't say here whether I can use it or not, and so I need to investigate a little bit further into this website to make sure I can. I'm not seeing anything that says I can or can't use it. It's allowing me to download it, but that's anything on the website allows you to download it. So I'm going to go ahead and look a little bit deeper here, and I'm seeing that I have license information for all of these clip art. And I'm going to click on license to see what it says. It says unlimited commercial use. We try to make it clear that you may use all clip art for unlimited commercial use. We believe that giving our images away is a great way to share. Yes, awesome. That means I can use this. I don't have to pay for it. I don't have to worry about restrictions. I don't have to worry about this person being upset that I'm using their work. So that's awesome. So this whole website, no matter what I had searched, I'm allowed to use. So that's that open clip art option. We know that we have thousands of images we can use for free. Let's try Pixabay. Pixabay, free high quality images you can use anywhere. Okay, well let's see what we can find. I'm going to do a little search for Mount St. Helens. Perfect. Now, just because I search for Mount St. Helens doesn't mean that that's what I'm going to get. For example, I don't believe that's a volcano that erupted. I don't think this is either. There must be another Mount St. Helens in the world, or something else called St. Helens, or I don't know. So I still need to use some really good brain smarts here, people. When we're looking for images, we want to make sure we're finding the right thing. But if I do look at some of these other options, I am seeing ones that look more like a crater for a volcano. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this one. And this looks like a great image that I might want to use in my work. If I look over here at the license, it says public domain, free for commercial use, no attribution required. I can use this. And actually, no attribution required means I don't even really have to tell where I got it from. Usually we still want to do that. But this is a good thing to see that we have free for commercial use. I am allowed to use this without anybody being upset that I did. We'll look at some of these others and see what I have for these. This took me to a different website, and I would be more concerned about that, so I'm actually not going to deal with this because I'll show you what happens. If I click on here, it's going to make me pay money. Obviously, that's not what I want to do. So I'm going to just go with the ones that give me access, not through Shutterstock. That give me access through Pixabay. So Pixabay, I can still download this. It's free for commercial use, no attribution required. This is the one I want. Okay, so I want to show you one more website that you can be looking for, and it's back on the library page, and it's Wisconsin Media Lab. And Wisconsin Media Lab has a lot of different links to galleries of images that you can use, and most of them are copyright free. And so all of these links could open potentially some that could help you. The one I think that you really could benefit from is the NOAA Central Library Photo Collection. It is, from the title, like 5 down. And then NOAA is National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, and the reason why this one might be specifically helpful is because it's weather stuff. Perfect! So if we click on that, it brings us to the photo library, and we can search. And I'm going to go ahead and type and search for the New York blizzard, and I'm going to spell it right. Search and see if it has any weather photos, and it does. Look at those awesome old-time looking photos from the New York blizzard. So I can open one of these up. Cool. The guy looks like he's floating on the snow. Awesome. Shows me the picture. It shows me the information about the picture, where it was taken, when it was taken, who owns it right now, all sorts of good stuff. Now what it's not telling me is if I can use it or not, so I want to make sure that I investigate that on this website. So I'm going to go ahead and maybe look in the About section and see if that tells me about whether or not I can use the picture. So I'm going to go to About the Images, Restrictions for Using NOAA Images. These photos are in the public domain and cannot be copyrighted. There is no fee for downloading. Educational use is encouraged as the primary goal is to help everyone understand. Yes! Perfect! That's awesome. A few photos do have copyright restrictions, and they're noted in the caption. Okay, good to know. I didn't see that on the floating guy image. Credit must be given to the NOAA. So we want to make sure that when we do our bibliography and our works cited, we want to make sure that we do give credit for these pictures that we use, because they don't belong to us. They belong to the NOAA, but they are going to let us use it. So I'll go back to the blizzard picture, and it looks like I can use any of these unless it says something in the description about whether or not there's a copyright issue, which this one again doesn't say that it is. So this is the Blizzard of 77, so I do want to be careful because obviously there's some automated vehicles in here, which would not be the Blizzard of 1888, which this one is. So still using our brains, we want to make sure we're researching smart about what we're looking for. So there you go, there's some great places to be looking for some copyright-free images. Make sure that you're checking on the image or on the website to make sure that you have the freedom to use those images, and good luck!